Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at the Cardano chart, also the Bitcoin chart, to take a look at the Elliott Wave count, and we start with Bitcoin briefly. Bitcoin yesterday, obviously after this quick crash or correction, which again is nothing too unusual for the crypto market, from up there to down here, that was around 9%. And basically, it was not a surprise, even though many people say it has to do with Evergrande. I don't think it has. Maybe it was a bit of a catalyst, but to be honest, Evergrande, it was not much of a surprise that something else would be coming. So don't really think it had to do with that. It was basically market sentiment. That's what we measure here with the Elliott Waves. What happened was I showed you that peak of wave 3. I said, I assumed we come maybe up to 70k, but didn't quite get there. But with 69k here, we came close enough to that wave 3 up there. Then I said, we can come down in wave 4 in the range of 65k. Now we're now exactly in the range of 65k. I did also say that to continue that impulsive move to the upside, which we're building here, we are not, or we cannot, based on just Elliott Wave rules, just objectively, we are not allowed to drop below 62.5k. And look at where we landed, 62.8k yesterday. We really, that wave 4 here to the downside, Bitcoin did really the maximum it could do, to stay in the impulsive move to the upside. Now at the moment, that means that the correction down here to a lower level at around between 54 and 57k, that's the alternative scenario, is at the moment it's still at play, but it is not the primary scenario. I think now that we are going here up into the to the wave 5, which would be 70k plus range, so maybe 71, maybe 72k. That is what this scenario would work out like. Now again, there is still a possibility that we drop into that target range. If we drop, then we'll drop into that range of 54 to 57k. Don't be surprised if we do. As I said before, I would really favor that scenario. It would be a bit of a cool down for the market. It would mean we could buy cryptos at a discount. Good for everybody who wants to buy back cheaper. It is essentially, everybody should be happy with that. Probably people who are long in leverage positions won't be happy with that, but that's not what I do, and I don't think it is dangerous. But that's just as a side note. Both would be bullish scenarios, because even from down here, my scenario would be that even if we drop into that range, from there then we will continue our move up. Either way, I think the main scenario that is at play here is that we go to that 72k scenario, either directly or with a little bit of a longer route here through the 54 to 57k and then up. These are two main scenarios, and we will land in that range between 70 and 72k. What is Cardano doing? Cardano also waiting a little bit. It doesn't really do much at the moment. Ahead, that massive move here. When I said that the move to the downside here is possibly over, we moved up to 237. Now we came down yesterday all the way down to 195 again, now 194, but that was bought up quickly. We're back in this ascending triangle here. So primarily I would expect further moves to the upside within this ascending triangle. Ascending triangle bullish pattern has a diagonal support line and a horizontal resistance line, and it more likely than not breaks to the upside, basically indicating that buyers are there. Sellers can't push the price lower, and the buyers aren't ready yet, but as soon as they push through here, that will be a bit of a good move to the upside. We are above the 20-day moving average, below the 50 currently. The 20-day moving average is currently sitting at 205 and the 50-day at around 213. Now, good sign on the daily, haven't dropped below the 50 line on the RSI. I think that is important that we hold above that level. I think, it now is following sort of Bitcoin. It is waiting now for Bitcoin to make a move. If Bitcoin obviously drops, then I think, this scenario that I showed you so many times before, it is still not off the table, that we come back down into that yellow target range again. It's actually, since we've been up here, middle of September, that is what I've been waiting for. I mean, we've touched it. Yeah, we've came close enough from my perspective. But if we drop once more, that will be it. Then we'll come into that range. Primarily, I would expect we go up from here, but if we drop, we will get into that range and get support hopefully by the 200-day moving average, yeah, but ideally based on Elliott Waves, this is still the scenario that we drop below somewhere between the golden pocket, the 181 level, and the 0.786, which is at 145. That is still possible. And again, it wouldn't be a bearish scenario. It's actually good. You can buy back cheaper if you're interested in Cardano. People always get upset when prices drop, but actually everybody should be happy if it's just a short-term price drop. It's like in a supermarket when you get something at a discount. People need to change their mindset sometimes a little bit. Because let's be honest, in a bull market, you don't try to make the quick buck anyway. You know, in a bull market, you would normally wait. You would normally want to see these big moves play out and would just want to buy back cheaper and then sell when we have the top of the market if possible, or at least you know, take some profits along the way. But you don't want to all the way buy back even at higher prices. So you try to buy cheap if possible, buy the dips, and yeah, that's where we are at the moment. You know, we're currently sitting here. Also, you can see it on this chart quite good. We are above the 0.5 fib level at 205. Yeah, so basically moving here, we climbed up the ladder basically. We were between the 0.618 here at 181 and the 0.5 here in this range here. Now we've climbed up the ladder, yeah, between the 0.5 now and the 0.382 at 230. So, and hopefully we will soon climb above that ladder, above 230, between 230 and 265. That's what Cardano is doing now. And yeah, ADA BTC has bottomed out as it seems at the moment, which is great, which is a good sign. And from here we could then also go up higher. That's Cardano update. Hope you liked that update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe, and also leave a comment, please. Thank you. Bye bye.